It's story time. Side stuff first. I want to grab a snack, but I don't want to crunch on stream, so this is gonna wait.
What's up, boss? Something on my face? You're staring at me looking all confused, so I was curious is all.
Didn't she open the last conversation with that?
I don't have anything to hide, so if you've got questions, ask away. Huh?
Don't creep.
I talk the way I talk. What's the problem?
These are both shitty questions, honestly.
What? I'm not girly enough for you? Man, you get hung up on some pretty petty stuff,
Yeah, those
boss.
were both shitty questions.
That doesn't matter. I'll talk the way I want to, and that's that.
I can appreciate that.
I won't put on some ditzy cute act just to make other people happy.
Hell yeah.
If that's what you want,
Fuck
boss,
shit up.
then you're barking up the wrong tree.
I don't want that.
I'm not changing for anyone. Got it?
Understood.
No, you're not doing any talking.
I haven't been doing any talking this entire game.
Slash! 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 And one more! Slash! Ugh. This training just doesn't end.
I do appreciate the blade clean animation.
Oh gosh, when did you get here? Hey, sorry I didn't notice you. What was I doing? Just some katana practice. Mine is still pretty green, so I'm hoping repetition is the path to mastery, or something.
Close enough.
Plus, I promised Regius that I'd be thorough in everything I did. I sure was thorough in getting him to teach me to wield this thing. I chased him down every day and begged until he finally agreed. You know, beneath that cold metal exterior, he's actually
I meant to look
pretty
up the names
hot-blooded.
of the six.
So
to
I
see
guess
if
my
they
wholehearted passion was
popped
kinda
up in
his
the
weakness.
original.
Still,
Oh well.
after all that convincing, I
After
really
this
don't
stream, I'll
want to
try
let
to
him
remember.
down. So I've got to work extra hard. Even if the daily regimen is so dang tough, I already want to throw in the towel.
Time is it? Okay, I gotta take care of something real quick. We'll get right back into it. So, hold up. Face cam mode real quick. Forgot just how late we started. Okay. Moment here. Alright, we can probably get one more in before I have to finish thingy. Alright. BRB. There we go. Okay. And we're back. Jack, we might be able to do. Yeah, we'll get the other two sub-story ones.
Greetings. My name is Huey. It's a pleasure. You may know me as Sixth of the Council of Six.
Yeah, you tell me this every time I meet your
I
loser
sound
ass.
creepy? That's what I said. But I'm trying to be more subdued to avoid Regius's ire. Apparently there's been a number of complaints about some guy who appears out of nowhere, loudly threatens people, then vanishes.
Eats shits and leaves.
I tried explaining by yelling, "It wasn't me! It wasn't me!" but he just came right back with, "It definitely was!" A clever gambit.
Guys
It's
dumps a
not like I
stack
can
of
stand
bricks
up to Regius either.
left out there by the
He can't
cops.
take 2 steps into anywhere
Ugh.
without hearing about all the amazing things he's done.
Whatever, nerd.
He's the reason the trio of heroes and Council of 6 came to be. He's number 1, a living legend. Ah, he's so damn cool!
He learned how to multiply
Not
3
only
by
is he
2.
crazy strong barehanded, but he's totally unstoppable when he's got Yonohate. The man's invincible.
That's
Nothing can
his
stop him. Regius
his
and
weird
Maria are
proto-weapon
straight up
thing.
stupid powerful. I
Cosmetic
guess
arms.
that's just what 40 years of battle experience will get you. Ah! One of these
And then
days,
some.
I'm gonna go up against a badass
They were there
opponent
40
and
years
win.
ago. They were probably
I
still
wanna go
working
down
before
in
that.
history. No, I will go down in history.
Maybe as a corpse.
Oops, I'm not supposed to be yelling right now. Until we meet again.
Whatever, nerd. I do like his shoulder piece, though. I think I mentioned that before. Hers are usually pretty quick, too.
Ooh, you came at just the perfect time. I'm oh so glad you're here. I just spoke with one of the locals here for the first time. It's amazing. Just wonderful.
Is this seabed or just,
Don't you think it's
toasted? Hey,
marvelous that they can understand what we're saying?
those certainly make things easier.
I mean,
It's
arms
seabed.
operatives use some pretty complicated words, you know. I have no idea how those little tiny creatures can fit all that into their little tiny heads.
Why are so many of these characters space racists?
But, being able to talk to them is so much more fun than I thought. It made me wonder what sort of noises they'd make and things they'd say if I shot them. But I somehow managed to contain myself.
I've said this before, but she needs therapy.
Go on, tell me what a good girl I am. If you don't, maybe I actually will pull the trigger next time.
I do not negotiate with terrorists. Unless the terrorists are working with me. I'll just trim those out of the archive. Alright, let's go. Anyways, we're going to pitch KK Stroll. Because it's, hey, Melba was there. It's her favorite. I wanted to get it anyway, because it reminds me of Melba, and she rules. Moving on. Honestly, these whole seabed caves thing, it's kind of like something out of The Descent. The book more than the film version.
Is this the seabed? Can't breathe.
Why do you have to be so
Just kidding.
dipshit?
I'm totally fine. Patty here. Good to see ya. Hello, Tia here. Patty's such a pain. Let's just ignore her, okay? No one here but you and me.
Agreed.
Hey, don't be like that. The more you ignore me, the more I'll bounce off the walls.
Great.
So you admit that you're acting hyper. Okay then, go ahead and tell us all where we are, Patty. You got it.
I didn't know she had like the little tail on the outfit there.
Better known as the seabed. But, as you might have noticed, there's no water.
We're literally standing in water right now.
It was probably originally a seabed, or at least underwater. But now it's a dry cavern, which is why we're not drowning.
It is literally very wet, at least up to our ankles.
It's said that people have seen strange facilities down here, some of which are currently under investigation.
Okay, that much is
Thing
true.
is, not one bit of info from those investigations has been made public. Even though
Fine
we
by
were able
me.
to talk with the locals here, we haven't heard a peep about anything going on at these facilities. How suspicious.
I would like an explanation of what the little gem switches do, because I keep running into them and I
Either this
use
isn't
them.
the
They
right
don't seem
time
to do much of
announce
anything,
it,
but
or they never intended on going public with their results. That's not all that suspicious. Or
well, the latter is
if the
pretty
facilities
suspicious.
around here weren't suddenly being destroyed. No one knows who's behind it or what their goal is.
Probably
Thanks to all
Luther.
that destruction, the violent enemies here have gotten even more violent and started attacking people. It's the worst. You better be careful.
Not if you're
to
looking
get so
for somebody to
focused on your
attack back.
investigation
Pretty
that
great.
You wind up blindsided by one of those bad boys.
Time to play the totally don't know that he's not dead game. Or, well, it's more like vaguely know where he is at this point, but yeah. Gotta keep it on the DL.
I'm used to being kept waiting, but this is just getting ridiculous. He said he'd definitely come back, but he could have set himself a time limit. I wonder what he'd say if he could see me now. Not anything nice.
You're on a
that's
sunset
for sure.
cruise.
He'd be like, "Why are you trying to be a class that doesn't suit ya?" Well, I guess turnabout's fair play.
That's right, yeah, he sucks at Hunter too.
We've
Or
been together for
meant to be
so
one.
long, I thought maybe being apart for a little while would do us some good, but seriously.
I still think he's an asshole.
Where did you go? Why haven't you come back yet? I miss you.
Time travel. I miss you too, little shell guy from the start of this episode.
Were you just listening to me?
Not intentionally.
Of course not! You didn't hear a thing, right? Right? So yeah, I was just saying, I need to give this whole ARCS thing my all, you know? Oh, that's right. I've got some exploring
Seems
to
legit.
do. Will you help me get through this
Totally.
area? You will, right? Okay, cool, great! Anyway,
Who are you
try
talking
keep
to?
up.
Go, whatever.
Could you keep my whole situation a secret from Echo?
Okay, grainy screen. You got it. Alright. I like Sarah. She's one of the least annoying. And again, cool necktie. Oh hey, we're almost through June in the game. I'm gonna remember to do my STO dailies after this too. Forgot to check how far I'd bumped up the
Well, I guess we're both in the same boat now.
loop.
Let's see what we can do. We've just got one goal this time around. We need to find out what Luther was up to on this planet.
Yeah.
If we head out far enough, we should find some leftover research facilities and equipment. Let's get to
You
them
say
while the
so.
trail is hot.
That's probably the whole scene. I'll just stand here and stare. Yeah, by loop I mean daily missions in Star Trek Online reset every 20 hours, not every 24. And if I can roll it back far enough, I can make sure I get the event missions done and get enough of the event missions done to get the free ship pass for this year's campaign. So ships cost a lot of money if they're not free. So trying to roll that back, even just half a day, really would just put me in the safety zone.
We've been stomping around for a bit now. Is this the right way? That stupid shit.
I like how her bangs do the little
Can't
X in
contact
front,
us,
in
then
between
he
her
should have
eyes
at
too,
least
like
given us
the
clear
split framing.
directions.
These guys again. Please tell me it's the guy from before. Yes!
It's you.
I love Capricorn.
How's it going? Look at
Whoa.
that. New day, new lady. You're a slippery one, eh?
Just not creep on my assistants.
What? The path farther in? That's way far that away. Don't go there much, but I can point you there. Perk of being Wopal born and raised.
I wonder if his dialogue changes if you're playing
Catch
a
you later,
female
then.
character.
What just happened? Was that a local? Why could we understand him?
I do not even begin to know, but whatever.
You could communicate since the start? So these creatures don't need any translation, even though the planet was unexplored?
Apparently so.
That's some kind of... No, this isn't natural. They must have been created or altered by some sort of ARCS interference.
How did they
The
just
only one
stole
with
all,
ARCS
like,
was
they picked up our
capable of doing
transmissions
that.
and learned what? Who
Is
knows?
him. We don't need Shao to confirm it for us. Luther was definitely doing something on this planet.
But what would it serve him to teach the locals how to talk, unless they, like, broke out or something, or they were just experiments that didn't go anywhere for his purposes.
Seems like this was the location of one of Luther's facilities.
I want cool pop-up HUDs. It's probably one of the
Some
emotes I
sort
can
of
use.
test
Something.
site or something.
I might have to unlock it.
He probably messed with stuff until he got bored.
Like get it,
then
get
just
it in
abandoned
a
the place.
scratch, but that'd be cool.
It makes me want to puke. But his short attention span means we've got a trail of clues. Guess that's a silver lining.
These weird belly buttons still throw
Sorry,
me off.
just give me a second. I'm sending the data to Xiao.
But isn't he like in your head? He can't just. I guess maybe it's just.
It would have been nice if he
communication.
just
Can't
came
read
here
through his head.
himself, but I guess that was
Or
impossible.
through her eyes or whatever.
Don't ask me why. I've got no clue either. Sometimes the stuff he says is so abstract, I can't understand a word of it.
Aliens. Man.
Well, he's easier to understand than Xion at least. Or so he claims.
That is correct.
Though I suppose if Xion was easy to understand, then that'd create its own share of problems.
Say so.
Xiao's mentioned that before, actually. Xion is deliberately incomprehensible. Though I suppose if I had Luther trying to analyze my every word, I'd be vague and mysterious too. Basically, Xion's looking for help while their eavesdropper is in the room. They can't just come out and say stuff plainly.
Okay. I guess he
Doesn't
might have
help
agents
that the
that
one
can
who's got
see
a
her.
connection to Xion right now seems to be especially bad at communication.
Excuse me?
What do I care?
I mean, I like that she notices that I don't talk. Alright, we're gonna kick something's ass. Oh, be old Meduna. Alright, that's easy. Even on hardcore, it'd probably be doable, but it's simple.
This place is different from the others. He didn't even bother to hide the fact that he was researching something here.
So that means it's
Did he
probably a trap.
make that thing? Or did he just set it down there? Either way, it's got his grubby fingerprints all over it.
Which thing? There was a lot of things there. Fun paws, the pillars, the glowy bits.
Oh, good. It's not complete, but there's still some data left over.
In that
I'll
post?
take that, thanks.
Okay, whatever.
Mixed records on fall spawn and the locals here. So they've been fused. That would explain the readings, but there's gotta be something more here. No way. Breaking down the water's composition? Synthesizing with the planet? Was he messing with the planet itself?
Wouldn't be the first
What the hell
time.
was he thinking?
You don't care.
Sorry. I'm still trying to wrap my head around all this. All I know for sure is, whatever Luther was up to, it's way bigger than I ever imagined.
And I'm guessing that's why there's a whole nother episode after this one.
Let's head back. If Xiao gets a look at this data, we should be able to learn more.
Speaking of more,
A new enemy? Let's take it down.
I fought like at least half a dozen of these. Don't worry about it. Ice is the vulnerability on this, I think.
Emergency code Jill.
Don't have anything good left. Ah. And that was the end of
Completed.
that. I probably could have done hardcore without worrying too much. Huzzah! Oh, something showed up.
What are we doing hiding back here? That enemy's not getting back up.
I have a feeling that's not the one we're worried about. Oh, hey. Who's this dooming?
This one's been defeated as well. It appears we're not the first ones here. Forgive me, Theod.
Doesn't bother me.
Oh, that's right. He's his
Should I
apprentice
do the
now.
thing here too?
Wait, so I thought the
Jeez.
Doomans were synthesized,
By all
not
means.
like modified humans. That I guess was the thing they were talking about hanging out. Okay. I
Splendid.
kind of like Doom and
I
Theodore.
can't imagine the slightest amount of data will remain after all that.
If you'd like, I could blow up the entire place.
I like how he thinks.
No need to go that far. To be quite honest, destroying this place was never a necessity. No matter what they learn, no matter how they play detective, Arx is powerless to stop me. They are but dancers in the palm of my hand.
Okay.
Still, denying such fragile things the opportunity to dance would be true cruelty, don't you think? I've already collected all the data I need. There's a curious joy in watching them struggle against the inevitable.
I don't really understand.
You will in time, I guarantee you. Now, let us be on our way.
I half feel like they're gonna give him like some half-assed last second redemption arc, where he blows something up or takes a hit to save us or some nonsense. Because I knew his dead girlfriend or whatever.
That was way too close.
Yeah, hence the
Think we're in
hiding.
the palm of your hand, do you? Let's see if you're still smiling when we take you down.
Got a badass over here.
Still, one thing kind of bugs me. That Arx operative Luther had with him? That wasn't Claire's Grays. So who was it?
Some douchebag emo kid.
That's one more enemy standing in our way. But worse than that, Luther's just gonna use him and toss him aside as soon as he's done. I can't let that happen again. Not to anyone else.
Oh,
There are enough people like us already.
he was in his
Sorry. Forget I said anything.
service too. Interesting.
I wonder if there's some sort of way to save him from Luther's clutches.
Apparently working for Luther just turned. That's how you turn into a goth. Alright, that was probably one of the. That was probably one of the main missions. So we'll grab the reward for that and then get back in. Ever so slight camera adjustments. That feels a little better, okay.
Which quest are you up for?
Oh, and we're getting spheres for the some of these rewards. Cool, so I can actually get some of this stuff ground up a little more. Fabulous. Alright, back to work. Apparently this took back May. They're doing the time jumping thing again, and it's kind of driving me nuts.
Oh, you're here too, huh? Yeah, I wanted to see Xian myself.
Oh, okay. I think this is the one. This is who Sarah met as bonded to Xian and not good at
But
communicating.
they're acting a little strange. It's like they're troubled or pained.
I sometimes wonder if it would have been better to do nothing. To let time flow the way it was meant to flow. For what purpose do we prolong your and her suffering? Perhaps turning back time to that original chance encounter and making it so that it never happened would be the best solution. We have seen...
Seems a little late now.
We have judged that solution to be folly. And yet, I cannot help but wonder, perhaps if none of this happened, everyone could live happily, unclouded by this fear.
And that's not true.
Whole lot of maybes.
Because I wouldn't have been saved if you hadn't interfered. I never would have met the person most important to me. I'm grateful. I'm so glad that you brought the two of us together.
Okay.
I'm sure a lot of painful and difficult stuff happened to make that possible. But I'll always be grateful. And that's why I don't want you to be worried. I'm sure the path you've chosen will lead to happiness for everyone.
Okay. I don't know, I just work here.
Thank you.
Well, that was nice.